Africa, and now I done seen people talking about, oh, the CIA and what the CIA was trying to do ain't working because he in Africa, and y'all see how the Africans is treating him. First of all, Speed is in Africa. Everywhere Speed goes, y'all acting like he's not an international stream star. He is. No matter which way you want to turn the key, y'all want to act like he not a real celebrity. These young people know exactly who Speed is. Older people, I've seen older Scottish women saying, oh my God, Speed, hugging him down, trying to get his attention, asking for an autograph. He is world renowned, okay? So just because he's in Africa, he's in Angola, to be specific, because y'all love the child only when it's convenient. Y'all want it to be this specific country, okay? He's in Angola, and everybody's showing him so much love. They're fawning all over him, running up to him. Oh my God, Speed. But they not talking about how they begging him down for money, though. Ain't nobody bringing that up. They out there begging him down for money. There's kids on the floor on their hands and knees begging him down for money. I've seen Africans in Europe begging Black Americans down for money. I've seen video footage of this. So I just want to say this, right? I'm not sitting up here saying that Africans on the continent do not like or do not look up to Black Americans, because a lot of them do. They always have. We're talking about the ones, especially the ones that come here, and then they have this weird secret competition that they have going on with us. They think they're better. They work harder, and they're just so much smarter and all of these other things. Those are usually the ones that's popping it the most. They pop it the most in the comment sections. They pop it the most, on the internet. They pop it the most on the podcast. They pop it. They pop it, and they be EBA, bitch. Everywhere but Africa, and they be popping it. The ones in Africa, majority of them are trying to get out of their countries. And when they see an American, they see somebody that Speed is rich and famous. Y'all act like Speed is out there as a regular everyday commoner trying to blend in with the village folk. Ain't got no money, ain't got nothing to offer. Child, they would treat him like a piece of trash, okay? They would treat him how they treat each other. They would treat him how they treated somebody from another tribe, okay? It's very dog eat dog based off of what I've seen, what I've heard, and just what the hell is actually going on. He's rich and famous. So y'all saying that he is the pinnacle, and now, oh, look at how they treating Speed. He's a celebrity out there to them. You think if Beyonce went to Africa, they would tell her to get out of here and try to steal her land? And no. They would beg her down for money if she was walking through the streets just like they did Speed. Y'all gotta stop this, because at the end of the day, like I said, majority of Africans on the continent, we see videos of them emulating and imitating Black American culture day in and day out. It's the ones that made it out. The ones that's a part of, like, how much percent, the top percent of them, I guess, that actually make it out. Those are the ones that think that they're above and like just better than everybody. Those be the ones that got a decent Wi-Fi because they not actually in Africa and they got. Anyways, y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Bye, y'all. Spread love, Mr. Brooklyn Wayne.
But this is the thing, yeah. To talk about the issue of begging, it's not even about a thing for just Africans. People are begging everywhere. Have you seen beggars on the streets of the United States of America? It's not even something I would love to talk about right now. People are asking for money. There are rich people in Africa that have never even imagined to ask or even beg for money. You understand? So it's not that. I feel like it's a very wrong. Stereotypes are generally wrong, but this one, I feel like it's so extreme. It's a picture that the white media has tried to portray of Africa to the rest of the world, which isn't the case. You understand? People are begging every now and then. Black Americans are begging Black Americans. Black Americans are begging whites. Whites are begging. Like, everybody's begging, man. You get? I'm not trying to say that everybody's begging, but it's inevitable. It's not even a race thing. You understand? Anyway, it's another topic for another day. Let's continue watching.
iShowSpeed's Africa streams are doing multiple generational undamaging to your brain, because y'all really thought that Africa was a bunch of twigs and huts. Like, there isn't a representative from every single country that wants something out of this continent. Now, granted, some of the comments are people trying to be funny, but I could tell some of these are 100%. No, you really thought that. Y'all really thought Africa was in the arms of the end. You really thought you thought it was Africa. Do you know how wealthy Africa is? Do you know how large Africa is? I'm telling you, he is undoing the damage of multiple decades. And I, for one, can't not commend him for doing that, because wow, in the future we are going to have multiple generations of people who are more conscious about how things happen over in Africa, and it is going to be because they saw what it looks like on iShowSpeed's stream. W Speed. Oh, and Grown Man, by the way. Yeah, I promise. Grown Man, watch this. Tax exemption.
Africa has been painted dark, horrible. One country. It's a continent, first of all. I feel like the rest of the world needs a lecture about what this beautiful world is all about. Land consists of, really. You understand? You all need to leave whatever they're painting for you and just head back to the continent and see it for yourself. The billionaires, the music, the movie industry, so many things, man, so many beautiful things about this, and I'm grateful about iShowSpeed tour for showing the perfect picture of what Africa truly is. You understand? Yeah, you'll be shocked, man. You'll be shocked.
Yo, so I'm kind of confused. Like, iShowSpeed's in Africa, and like, how? Like, they have Wi-Fi. I never knew that. And like, they have cars, houses. Like, shit's crazy. I never knew that.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Seeing the iShowSpeed Africa tour, that shit is making me want to go to Africa, bro. When Speed was in Europe, they was calling him monkey. They was throwing him bananas and shit. They was saying all type of racist shit when he was in the Europe tour. He pop up in Africa and then people showing him love like he's family already, bro. The propaganda is failing. It is crumbling before our very eyes. And then they want to call Africa uncivilized, bitch. I'm seeing the complete opposite.
And how do you define civilized? So many places have been civilized even like 2,000 years ago. You all need to, be educated about some of these things. Most importantly, just go back to the continent like iShowSpeed did, or watch iShowSpeed updates to find out the true face of Africa. And that's the least of what you can expect of this country, of this continent. You all got me twisted for a minute. And then let's go keep watching.
If you had to watch iShowSpeed go to Africa before you realize that Africa is much more than just poverty, dirt, and huts, then congratulations, you finally caught up to what Africa really is and woken up from your racist delusion. You see, Speed just launched a brand new huge project, Speed Goes to Africa, which is a 28-day tour across 20 African countries where he live broadcasts every step of the way. Now, the tour began in Angola, December 29th, 2025, and is actually scheduled to run all through January, finishing January 26th in 2026. Now, what's very interesting to watch is not just his clips from the tour, it's quite frankly all of your reactions, as many people still view Africa as only being poor, underdeveloped, and rural, even though that could not be further from the case. That view is very outdated and inaccurate, and that is shown very clearly in Speed streams. And so if Speed in Africa is shocking you, it's not because Africa just changed overnight. No, it's because the stereotype of Africa that you have been painstakingly spoon-fed all your life is finally collapsing.
Let's continue watching.
What up, y'all? I'm from Los Angeles, and I moved to south of France. Hey, check this out. But this ain't about me. This ain't about moving to France. Watch this. It's all over the web like a spider. But anyway, check this out. It's iShowSpeed. I know y'all heard about him. One of the biggest streamers that's out there right now, though. But he's been traveling doing his world tours, though, right? What's really, really interesting is he's in Africa right now. But before he got to Africa to do his Africa tour, he went to the UK, he went to Europe, he went to all these different other countries, though, right? To Asian countries, and he really got bad treatment, though, from some of them. Got great treatment, but got some bad treatment that, people call him out of his name, calling him monkeys, call him different type of experience that he had. But however, we're taught in America as Black Americans that Africa don't like us. the Africa's ugly. That man, there's so many different derogatory things about Africa. And then when you get to see the love like this, I remember a long time ago I met with this African girl, and it was a room full of people in my old studio in Long Beach, and I asked her, why you guys don't like us in Africa? Man, she went from a quiet girl to standing up like a lion and was like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? But this is definitely confirmation of everything that she said, though. That's for another post. I have to explain that day. But this is everything that, and confirmation of that day right there is just actually just looking at his experience, seeing the warm welcome and how much the love is. And just for anybody out there that's just wondering how Africa is, it's crazy this many years later, we get to actually see the love that we got, though. And you get to see it through how they just embracing iShowSpeed, though, you know. iShowSpeed is out there living it up. He's loving it. He's keeping a smile every other place he was asking people, what you say? Because people was constantly saying some things that made him actually have to express it. So like, what the fuck? But when he went home to Africa, so if you're one of them countries out there that did something, he came here, he came to Europe, he came to France. How was he treated here? And just look how he's treated over there. This message is really going to Black Americans and anybody out there who's ever thought, you know, about Africa and how they are as a people. This really clearly shows the world how embracing these people are, how embracing we are. I'm Black, in case y'all didn't know this, though. But anyway, hey, thumbs up to Africa, to everybody out there in the world, man. Y'all need to take a look at that right there. Go shit. It's all over the web like a spider. Anyway. See y'all in the next one. Leave it in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation.
Well, you'll be shocked at how easy an African can. You'll be shocked at how easy it is for an African to mingle and interact with any race, not just blacks, whites, Asians. And you could say that character could be one of the reasons why some of these people are underlooked. But when you look at the love point of view, if you look at, let me do it again, you'll be shocked at how easy it is for an African to become so flexible with people, with races, not just fellow Africans, but Americans, Asians, Chinese. Everybody lives in Africa, man. All races. I'm not disputing the fact that all races are everywhere, but like the ability to intermarry, to form a relationship with other races when it comes to an African is crazy. And you can see it.
Man, this whole time, bro, they made us fucking think Africa was such a poor country, bro. Such a place you wouldn't want to be at, bro. And Speed is single-handedly changing my perspective on life. Like the music in Africa, the culture, everything, every single aspect of Africa just makes my insides feel so good, bro. And it makes me just want to leave America. Bro, I feel like America is the trap. America is the trap. The American dream is the trap. Everybody else is free, but not free from America. America's the problem, bro. America's the fucking problem. And I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Like, Speed, thank you, bro. Thank you.
Just come back home. Just come back home. Just come back to the country. Black Americans, just come back to the continent. It's waiting for you.
Speed's Africa tour is kind of scaring me right now because the amount of people admitting that they didn't realize that Africa wasn't just like sticks and mud. Like, Africa actually has, modern technology and roads and running water and all that type of stuff. And then that Africa is a continent, not a country. I've seen clips of Speed's tour and I love it because every place he goes, he kind of rewrites the stereotype or the image that people have in their head, and he shows that, hey, this is a normal place. But especially with Africa, some of y'all I genuinely worry about. Because even when people were like, oh, but the American propaganda makes you think that Africa is just nothing and extremely all this. Guys, can you do a little bit of research and maybe just a little bit of logical thinking? Do you really think an entire continent would just be sticks and mud and tribal people? If you just look up Africa City, you will see so many cities that look just like ours with skyscrapers, big buildings, roads, infrastructure, all that type of stuff.
Just go to the continent and see it for yourself.
Bro, Speed really changing the game for real. Like, I didn't know Africa was such a beautiful country. They got cars, they got water, they got Wi-Fi. Like, we was lied to. We was really lied to. The music in Africa is just so beautiful. I used to think the only song in Africa was Waka Waka by Shakira. Come to find out, they got Davido. The US government really brainwashed us, bro. We need to go back to our brothers and sisters. Like, I really thought everybody in Africa speaks like this. And the best part of all, hear me out. Hear me out. You're not gonna believe this. They got more than one country. No, I'm not kidding. They got more. I thought it was just Africa. I really thought it was just Africa. I'm like, don't cancel me for this, but I low-key thought they live in huts. Like, you know, that's just what he teaches us. Like,
Funny, it's really funny how people perceive of Africa.
Speed's African tour is very, very important to every single country he's visiting, especially Ghana, because of the mindset, because of the mentality and the perception that the European world have about us Africans. The European side or the Western side thinks that Africans are poor people, Africans live in slums, Africans lives in mad houses and all of that because of the fact that the Western media keeps showing them all those stuff. Western media or the European media keeps projecting the poor living conditions of the continent Africa, neglecting the luxurious conditions, and then creating the impression in the minds of the European or the Western people that Africans are primitive and poor people. Right after Speed started projecting the truth about Africa to the Western side of the media, people's mindset, the European people's mindset started changing about Africa.
Man, this whole time, bro, they made us think Africa was such a poor country, bro, such a place you wouldn't want to be at, bro. And Speed is single-handedly changing my perspective on life. Every single aspect of Africa just makes my insides feel so good, bro.
I just seen Speed streaming Africa. I thought the stream was gonna be, you know, giving back, feeding the homeless, feeding the needy. Nigga, them people living good. Nigga, them people living better than some of us.
Africa has cars? Wait, they have bridges? I thought they just run bare feet on dirt. Wait, so you're telling me right now that Africa has modern housing and apartments? Since when did they have Wi-Fi? I thought they just communicate by having messenger pigeons and throwing it at other countries. Modern doctors and hospitals, I thought when they get injured, they just go to a dirt hut and a witch doctor named Baba Tunde rubs some beaver anal glands on their injuries to fix it.